are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the floor, feel the winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the game. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to another edition of Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. What a game did we witness yesterday from the Europa Conference League game between Chelsea and Gent that took place live at Stamford Bridge. What a game it was. Veiga and Dewsbury-Hall with their first Chelsea goal in the 4-2 thriller against Gent. We're going to look into all the action, the goals, the highlights, and those impressive statistics. Stick around for in-depth analysis and fun questions, and also look ahead to what next in the Conference League. Don't forget, also, Chelsea plays on Saturday. Yeah, Chelsea plays on Sunday. Chelsea plays on Sunday. And then don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more Chelsea FC content. In other words, we will be looking at other way we'll be looking at elsewhere we'll be looking at former Chelsea and Arsenal star could achieve a landmark of FIFA ruling after legal challenge. Also, Harry Maguire. Yes, Harry Maguire is on my news today. Harry Maguire rescue point for 10-man Manchester United after FC Porto paying. Ten Hag criticizes Rashford in Porto, but denies substitution was punishment, according to Eric Ten Hag. The Premier League, 10 things to look out for this weekend. Also, last but not least, Mr. Castley, yes, the incoming England manager Castley stole out to feat Bellingham, Palmer, and Foden in for the English national team. I don't know where you guys stand on that. And people are talking about, he is also talking about Cole Palmer playing as a defender in the English national team. Let me know what your thoughts are, where you stand on that particular news regarding Cole Palmer. Would you like to see Cole Palmer play for England and being a defender? does it take much away from that talented young English player we're about to talk about? We've seen how Saka played in that defensive role for England. Is it the time? And is England trying to make the same mistake they made under so many managers? The managers like Fabio Capello, where they have to find plays and play Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard in the same time. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are on this, some of these specific topic. Let me know when you join us. Also, I'll go through the topics again for the day. I'll go through them later on as the stream goes on. So stick with us. Do not go anywhere. Like I said, my name is Nizam. Yes, my co-host Stephen J is behind the scene. He'll be joining us here in a bit. So do not go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a second. Welcome back again to your most watched YouTube channel that brings you the most captivating, the breaking news, the trending news across social media platforms like X, TikTok, and all the others. We are reviewing the game that took place at Stamford Bridge between Chelsea and Gent, and also, like I said, we'll also look at some interesting news like the former Chelsea and Arsenal. Former Chelsea and Arsenal star who could achieve a landmark of a huge sum of money. He has sued FIFA. We'll get into details on that after the nitty-gritty on how Chelsea won the 4-2 game in the Europa Conference League against Genk, and also Harry Maguire's rescue point for 10 million on Manchester United after Porto paying, and also Premier League. Like I said, 10 teams to watch out for this weekend. Mr. Lee Casley is set to tail out to feat Bellingham, Palmer, and Foden in the English starting 11. So let me know what your thoughts are in this topic as the stream goes. So we'll be here for definitely over an hour, but I don't know how long we can stay, depending on how the stream goes. Let me welcome my brother, Stephen G. Welcome, sir.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right today, but not that best. Not the best yesterday, because I found myself at the hospital yesterday when it is my birthday, which is not a good thing. You get what I mean? So yeah, everyone wants to chill
in the hospital for their birthday. To be fair, no one wants to be there anytime, but especially a birthday.
I don't want to see myself there at all. It's one of the most.
You don't want to be there anyway, but especially birthday.
Yeah, one of the most annoying place ever to be in terms of a public. The public place, the hospital is one of the worst places I ever want to find myself. One, I know America, things are very, very fast over here. But sometimes especially when you have an appointment, that's cool. When you have an appointment, as soon as you walk in the door, they take care of you. But if you don't have an appointment, man, if you're walking in the door, it means that you have to wait for a while. You have to go through a few paperwork and find a doctor and go through that before, because things take quite some time over there in that place. But anyway, we put that aside.
Hospitals, man.
We put this aside and go straight to the main topic. Beautiful game we witnessed yesterday. Unfortunately, I saw the 45 minutes of it, but this morning I was able to see the other part of the game, and it was very, very interesting. But there's some few negatives, as we always get from each and every game. I wouldn't say negative improvement, but this is some individual players that continuously putting out the same performance. But I'm not going to start with that. I'm not starting with negativity. I'm starting with positivity. That is something that we love to on this platform. We don't grow our platform with negativity. Seven. We saw Ronaldo again. I've seen this is I think his second goal for Chelsea, but his first goal for the Europa competition. First goal for Europa Conference League competition.
No, he hasn't scored for Chelsea. This was his first.
He hasn't. I thought he did. I don't know what. Probably I mistakenly seen for somebody else. But anyway, Ronaldo's first goal for Chelsea, and he was in the men's of a player yesterday. Also, Dewsbury-Hall. We're gonna look at Dewsbury-Hall also performance yesterday, and other players. Modric is one of them. We'll also look at Kunku's performance, Neto's performance, and the defense in the whole. Badishir, Disasi. There was nothing to talk about Disasi yesterday, but yeah. What do you make of the game yesterday, Steven?
I was literally just making notes on Chelsea's depth, right? You look at the Chelsea depth and it's ridiculous. I just wrote it down and I messaged it to one of my friends. I said, some players can play multiple positions, whether that's centre mid, defensive mid, or that's centre mid, defensive mid, and the number 10, or if that's 10, or it's left wing and 10, or it's all three of those, or it's all three and a striker if you're in Kunku potentially. Like the depth Chelsea have, even if you put players in one position, because I'm going to quickly run through it because it won't take long and it just helps to prove the point about why Chelsea should be going deep in every competition they're in this season. You've got Sanchez, Jorgensen, and Bettinelli as your three goalkeepers. Yeah? I can send this to you after if you was going to make a note on it. I can send it to you after.
Okay.
Right back, you've got Gusto, Reece James, Joshua Champong. Disasi's been filling in there as well. Right centre-back, you've got Wesley Fofana, Tosin, and Disasi. Left centre-back, you've got Colwell and Badiashile. I think Veiga can fill in there as well if needed. Left back, you've got Kukureya, Veiga, Ben Chilwell, at least until January.
Yeah.
In terms of your sort of centre mids, some can play defensive mid, some can play 10, some can play all three. You've got Caicedo, Enzo, Cesare, Casadei, Lavia, Dewsbury-Hall, and then I've chucked Keanu Dyer in there just because he was in the team last night. Just because he was in the squad, I chucked him in this as well. Right wing, you've got Madueke, Neto, Tyreek George. 10, you've got Palmer, Felix, Carney, Chukwuemeka. Left wing, you've got Sancho and Mudryk. Striker, you've got Jackson, Nkunku, and Guy. But as I said, you've got Jackson's played a couple of different positions. Nkunku can play 3-4 different positions as well. So, look, you look at that, yeah? Our B team would be a very good team in the Prem on its own, like separate from what our squad is. If you take out our backups, for example, our second, third choices, and put them into a squad, they'll do well in the Prem on their own. And Chelsea have that in the same team as it's just mental. And it's that reason why Chelsea should be going far in the Conference League, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup. Yeah. Because you've got 2, 3 potentially, if you want to chuck in some other players, strong choices at every position. Like, okay, a couple of them are youngsters, but if you give them the minutes, they'll develop, right? That's how it works. So your Joshua Champongs might not be, like, he's been solid for Chelsea when he's played, but he'll get better with more game time. Tyreek George, we've seen him a couple times in the Conference League now. I think he came on in the Carabao Cup against Barrow as well. He's looked good every time we've seen him so far. So, look, Chelsea have the depth there to do it, and it showed last night. It showed against Barrow as well a couple of weeks ago. Realistically, if Chelsea don't win this, there's been a monumental F-up somewhere down the line. I don't know what it would be because I can't see the future, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd be getting the lottery numbers correct every week and be a millionaire. Yeah,
it's a question. It's the question of us. I was even going to ask you as the stream goes on, but I'll keep it. I'll keep it that to a later part of the stream.
But
in terms of
you look at
what.
Okay, go on.
In terms of what will really happen if Chelsea doesn't win it, but I'll keep it that later. So go ahead, Stephen.
Yeah, I mean, the depth showed last night. Last night we started Jorgensen, we started Disasi at right back. We started Tosin, we started Badiashile, we started Veiga. Midfield, we had, who was it? It was Casadei, Dewsbury-Hall, and Felix, I think, wasn't it?
in the
last night.
midfield. I have
Yeah.
to. I can look at it.
I think it was Dewsbury-Hall, Casadei, and Felix, and then wide was Neto and Mudryk, and then your number 9 last night was Christopher Nkunku. Again, better than some of the Premier League teams, probably at least half the league at a minimum. Yeah, not even exaggerating. And look, Chelsea defended sloppily for both goals. And that's going to happen at times. I mean, Chelsea were comfortable, really. In Kunku, I wanted to touch on. That's my first point I wanted to really touch on.
Steven, let me give you a breaking news over here real quick. Probably it's been around for a while, but I'm not sure if you've got any news on it. It's out of Chelsea. It's not with Chelsea, but anyway. Reports are saying that Paul Pogba could return to training soon after dragged ban
His
reduced.
4-year ban got reduced to 18 months, which means he can train with Juventus from January and play for them from March or April. I think it was March.
Okay, that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing for Pogba. That's good. Anyway, he let it.
But yeah, the thing I wanted to touch on was Nkunku was the first thing I wanted to touch on. The way that the opposition Gent, I'm emphasizing the T on this because you've got Gent and you've got Genk. So that's why if you hear me say it and I'm going Gent, it's so that I'm making sure that I'm saying the correct one and not causing issues by getting the wrong one. Because
I understand, but Steven, if I should ask you, I think the other one, the other team, the Genk and then the Genk, the other one, not the one we play the games, are more of a better football club than this one, isn't it?
Yes, historically, Genk are better.
Genk. So I was thinking Chelsea are playing Genk, not Gent.
Yeah, Chelsea played Gent. You were thinking of Genk.
But I was thinking of
Gent. Not a bad team. Gent are a decent team. Like, they're better than Servette. And look, I don't care. I'm going to say that, right?
Yeah.
Because factually speaking, the Belgian league is better than the Swiss league, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They have is it Anderlecht?
I know it's not. Anderlecht Belgian as well. And I know that it's not recent and it's not the same players. But 7 years ago, they eliminated Tottenham from, I think it was the Europa League. Gent. The team we played last night, 7 years ago, eliminated Spurs from the Europa League. So historically, they have been in Europe. Not entirely sure on how well they've done overall, but they said that on the commentary last night. You see me looking down. I'm trying to find out some stuff about them. But yeah, they're not a bad team. Like I said to people last night, I said they're a good team, but our B team should still be beating them anyway. And I feel like that's fair. Like, as I've already touched on, our B team that we played last night, it feels a bit disrespectful to them to call them the B team, but they're not our normal Premier League starting 11. So I've got
that B team you're talking about is a B team that worth 400 million on the pitch.
Just under 400, I believe.
Okay, I'll say roughly about 400 million on the pitch alone. And that's what I was saying, that if Chelsea doesn't even go on and win this league and this competition, would that be a big disappointment to the team or the club or how media are going to portray it, and how the media, we all know where we stand with the media. They never like Chelsea. They have never. Where are they? Where are they now? Where are all those media that were saying Chelsea doesn't know what they were doing?
They're now saying that Chelsea
doesn't know.
That's where they are.
Yeah. Where are they? Where is Rory Jennings? Where is some of them? I don't even want to mention their name.
He done a video today, and it wasn't on Chelsea. I saw it pop up on my notifications. I was like, some things never change.
It never changed. Anyway, go for it, DJ. Steven. Oh, I haven't read the few. I got some 3 comments here. One from my brother's Chelsea perspective says this thumbnail is really on fire. Thank you very much. I have to revisit something that I've done in the past and then bring it back again. But I really appreciate your that nice words from my brother. Thank you very much. DJ Saf also in there. I haven't seen DJ in a while. I hope he's keeping very well. He's doing great. Her family is also doing wonderful. He says a big up to Nee and Stephen G. A big up Coachella in the chat. Yeah, I think there was he's not in. I don't know. I can't say that he's there or not. But I think the comments came in very very early. But anyway, let's keep it going, Stephen. KAA Gent, yeah, was a team, and we're looking at the squad, looking at the wealthiness and of the Chelsea squad, and then the wealthiness of the Gent squad. It's not anywhere, not even a quarter of what they have is what we have on the pitch.
They were using transfer market websites and transfer market, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, they were using that website, and someone said, I can't remember, it might have been Nazar Kinsella, said that on transfer market website, as in transfer market, they got Chelsea squad valued at 1.4 billion, and all the other teams in the Conference League combined 1.5.
This is crazy.
It's
crazy.
I'll have to try and find it and send it to you.
This is crazy, Steven. This is crazy because you're talking about all the rest of the teams that are in this competition. Put the value together, putting that value of these players together. 1.5, and Chelsea have spent what 1.4 billion on the squad that have registered for the Europa competition, Europa Conference League competition. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Something like that. I think it was in the zone. I'm trying to find it.
That's
now.
mad.
By the way, before we get on to the next thing, it's been said by Maresca that Carney Chukwuemeka missed out because he was ill on, I think it was Wednesday, and he wasn't well enough to play on Thursday, and that's why he missed out. He was originally in the squad, but he wasn't well enough.
Okay.
So that's a bit disappointing. It would have been nice to see him. But
yeah, I know you have him in your starting lineup to start.
Play being ill, so
that's right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find that thing now as we speak. But yeah, it was Veiga's first goal for Chelsea. But just quick before we move on, the other thing I wanted to mention, was the other thing I wanted to mention is Mihailo Mudryk, aka Misha. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I thought that was probably best performance since his debut against Liverpool. He still had a couple of moments where he did the wrong thing, but every player has that.
For the most part, the ball away.
He's making the correct decision. He seemed to, I think Ryan said it, like, you simplify the game and, like, he looked good. Yeah. But for me, it wasn't even just that. Like, you look at the ball he put in for the Veiga header. Yeah. He's had one look up, and then he's hit the ball absolutely perfectly to where Veiga's running. So Veiga doesn't need to adjust. He can just run onto it, jump, clean connection into the side netting. Like, the ball was absolutely perfect. And there was a couple of things. One thing that annoyed me was one of the Gent players put a cross in, went straight to Philip Jorgensen, yeah? It was saying like, it was a good attempt or it was a good idea. But in the first half, Mudryk done the exact same thing and they went, that's a poor ball from Mudryk. Like, you don't need to be biased, guys. Yeah? I get it. You hate Chelsea. Yeah? But you can't say it was literally identical. It went straight to the keeper because the keeper wasn't on his line. He was out ready for a cross. Both of them went straight to him, but one was good and one wasn't. Makes no sense. But on the whole, I thought he was good. I think he had something like 50 touches. I've got it here. So in the first half, he had 34 touches. I've got to scroll up a bit. First half, he had 34 touches, completed 17 out of 22 passes, so he only missed 5. He created 2 chances, got 1 assist. At half-time, his 2 chances created was the joint most in the match, with Neto and Felix both also having 2 chances created at half-time. When you look at the second half, those touches go up to 50 touches. So he had an extra 16 touches. Still just the 2 chances created, 1 shot off target, 22 out of 29 passes. So in the second half, he attempted 7 passes and he completed, bear with me, and he completed 5 of them. So in the second half, he was 5 or 7 on his passing. Completed 2 or 3 crosses in the game, and he was 2 out of 2 on his long balls. And look, I'm not using the data to say he had a good game. I watched him and I thought he had a good game. I'm just using the data, as I always emphasize this, because I know how some people feel about this stuff. I use that to back up my point. So if I think someone's had a bad game, I will then look at the data and go, okay, that lines up with what I thought. Or on data, it looks like this, but watching him, he didn't look great. He didn't look involved, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
But it's all about using it not to make your judgment. And this is one of the things that I think Maresca said it in his pre-match conference for this game. He said people in the media can look at a result and go, that's a bad performance or something like that. But he himself looks at the performance, which what I do, I look at the performance, then I look at the data side of things on the touches and how many passes, the percentage of that, blah, 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 stuff like that, right? Because you need both sides of it. You need to have visual. You need to have the visual, and then you need to have the data to back it up or disprove your opinion.
Yeah.
But there's sometimes anomalies to that. So Sterling could have a really bad game. Even Luton last season, our home game against them, I think it was our 2nd or 3rd game of the season. Sterling, I thought, was terrible, but then he still had, I think it was 2 goals and an assist, or a goal and 2 assists or something, right? But when you look at the game, he was actually poor. So sometimes the data can be misleading. But when you're looking at Mudryk last night, I don't think it was. I thought, on the whole, he was quite good.
All right. Thank you very much, Stephen G. Stephen G is spitting fact. Absolutely, Stephen G is speaking facts. Those are some details, like I said on our stream. If you look at in the stream, we did talk about the data analysis. We're going through each individual player on the page. We're going through individual players on the page. I want to thank you very much, everyone joining us here on the show today. Wherever you're watching the stream from, I want to say thank you very much. Whether you're watching us live on X, because we're streaming to 2 platforms at the same time.
That was a bit louder than you.
All right, so another beautiful day. It is today, October 4th. Yesterday was my birthday. So if you don't know, Nate celebrated his birthday yesterday, and yesterday I was off. But unfortunately, I did not find myself in a good place. I found myself in the hospital. Yes, unbelievable. Yes, spending time in the hospital on your birthday, it's not a good thing at all. It's not a sign of the best sign of celebration. But what we have here on the show today, we have, like I said at the beginning, we saw the brilliant performance of man like Renato Veiga, sorry, not Sanchez, Renato Veiga. He put in a stunning performance yesterday. Little of a header, beautiful header, very, very accurate. He headed it to the left side of the goalkeeper. I saw that header, and the cross, the assist alone was just beautiful from Mudryk. In that way, also we saw Dewsbury-Hall performance yesterday was beautiful. A nice goal also coming from it, and he did very well. The numbers alone, the statistics numbers will tell you how good he was on the pitch yesterday. And also man like Ikuku, also lethal finisher, and Neto. I can't say this without mentioning the man himself. Neto is a lethal finisher, also ruthless, and has a powerful finishing power from his legs. So yes, that's what we're reviewing yesterday's game that took place at Stamford Bridge between Chelsea and I think KAA or KAA Gent. Yeah, that was the name of the football club. And also former Chelsea and Arsenal star could achieve the landmark FA ruling after legal challenges.
You right there?
Absolutely. Then we're going to move on from the Harry Maguire rescue point for 10 men Manchester United after FC Porto pain. Ten Hag criticized Rashford in Porto but denies substitution was punishment. Also, Premier League 10 things we'll be looking at for this weekend. More also Also, one thing more we're gonna end up with is Lee Castley. Castley, the England manager, set sold out to fit Bellingham, Folding, Palmer in the English starting 11. Is it another time for another big mistake coming from the Three Lions national team, as we saw under so many managers, Capella, where we saw Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard playing the same, at the same time, where it never won the English, would I say the Three Lions anything? Is that another big mistake to make Palmer a defender? Thank you very much for joining us here, everyone here. DJ Sub in the building. I'll go through a few of the comments. DJ Sub said, I tell you guys that we have such a talent, Renato Veiga. I still think that both our keepers are suspected of a lot of mistakes, but could cause us matches, especially tight matches. But if you look at the game yesterday, DJ,
I don't think
some of the mistakes are also coming from the defenders. Defenders still. Steven, can you hear me? I think you're trying to say something. Are you trying to say something, Steven?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. I thought I heard the voice.
Oh no, I was saying I don't think there's really anything Jorgensen much could have done yesterday, to be honest with you.
I mean,
it was
if you look at that,
went to sleep. That's all it was. And look, the second goal is what it is. It shouldn't have happened for the first goal when we were, what was it, 2-0 up. I think we were at that point. And then they almost instantly went and replied because our defence went to sleep. It's something that happened under Poch. But then they got it together again and we went and scored a couple more goals. And then last sort of couple minutes, they went and got another one back. It is what it is. At the end of the day, it was like a 90th minute goal or whatever. The game was out of reach. Our defence went to sleep. It shouldn't happen. And Maresca did say this after the game. He said that basically he thinks the second goal came because we were comfortable with, like, they thought the game was over. And it shouldn't happen, basically, I think he said. But look, it happened. It didn't cost Chelsea last night. But look, it's our B team. They haven't played much football, whereas our first team, and look, it feels disrespectful call Nkunku B team at the moment, yeah? Same with Veiga and a couple other players. But the fact is they're not starting the Premier League matches and, okay, maybe we call them Cup team, whatever. Same thing, yeah? Cup team, B team, same thing. And look, at the end of the day, they ain't played much together. So you're going to get these moments. It's what happened at the start of the season with the Prem team. The defence didn't look great because they're getting used to each other. Obviously, Fofana missed the whole season last year. Colwell missed significant time last year as well. And look, these things happen when you're in early stages. It won't happen as much the more they play together because they'll have that understanding. But it did last night. It didn't cost us. Shouldn't have happened. Did, but we move on. No harm done. So it is what it is, I guess.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Stephen G, for that. DJ Sub said, happy belated birthday, Nee. Thank you very much, DJ. Appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. But yeah, it wasn't the best for me. I found myself in a hospital. But anyway, that's just about it. But thank you guys for joining us on the show today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay in the loop. Like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Definitely like, comment, and subscribe to Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. We're streaming live on 2 platforms at the same time. I'm blessed to be doing that. On YouTube, followers and YouTube viewers and subscribers, don't forget to be part of our community as we're we're that close. We're that close to 4K subscribers, and we can't do without you. And also our viewers on X at the same time. Also, we thank you very much for all you do. We're going to move on from there. We're looking at the review of yesterday's game. We're going through some of these players that we have to talk about. We're trying to start with a positive before we get into any negatives because I know the team is scoring right now. They're doing bit, but we're just highlighting some individual performance of the team that we witnessed yesterday. We've talked about Veiga. how what it means of a player he is. So we've talked about Mahalo Modric and Steven. This is my perspective of Modric. I feel like Modric is a bit scared because what I'm seeing now for what I saw Modric when he came to Chelsea in the early stages of his career at Chelsea. He's still early stages, but when he jumped in and started playing for Chelsea, we saw that kind of will I say the boldness and to want to take players on. But it got to a point that people have realized that our managers are telling him you're not doing it right. You're not doing the final test right. Your decision making is not the best. So you have to work on this, you have to work on that. So because of that, the whole of first half, he was playing safe passes instead of taking the man on. I'm not sure if you saw the same thing. He wasn't doing what we expect Modric to do.
On a couple of times, to be fair.
He wasn't doing as much as Neto was doing on the right hand side. So if you realize that all the game was being played on the right hand side, it was all Neto. When you give it to Modric, Modric will take the ball back to you, that Dewsbury-Hall, or give it to somebody else. No, if you give the ball to Modric, either he returned the ball back to the players. Majority of the time, he wasn't taking players on. I'm not saying he didn't. He did.
They had
but
they had basically the same amount of touches. Neto had 55. Modric had 50.
Did Neto play? Did Neto play 90 minutes?
I can't remember who got subbed off and what minute. I know we only made 2 subs though. I'm checking now. Come on, line up. Neto played 80 minutes. So he played only 10 minutes less. It's not a big difference.
Okay. Modric, did he finish? Did he finish
Modric played the whole 90, whereas Neto played 80. The other thing is, I think...
But what I was saying, the workload on the right-hand side.
Neto, right? I think when Neto first joined, obviously he hadn't had a preseason, if I remember rightly, yeah? I feel like now he's getting his fitness and then he's trying more things. He created 5 chances yesterday, Pedro Neto. 5. In 80 minutes, he created 5 chances. Madueke needs to be careful because Madueke had that great game against Wolves. Other than that, he's been solid. But if Neto gets more chances against, say he gets chances off the bench as he has been, and he puts in good performances, Madueke needs to watch his back because I think I sent a message to you. I said, I think we'll start Madueke on Saturday. I think we'll start Cucurella on Sunday, rather. I think we'll start Cucurella and Madueke on Sunday. But I think after the international break, I think Veiga's pushing Cucurella because both are playing well. Okay, not the same level of position. But when Veiga's come off the bench, he's looked good as well. Right? Veiga also offers more physicality than Cucurella does. Yeah? And in terms of the Neto and Madueke thing, if Neto's getting his fitness up and he's creating a lot of chances, yeah, then he's got to be more of a weapon and harder for opposition to stop than Noni Madueke. Because, bro, granted it's Gent, but like I said, solid, good team from Belgium. He created 5 chances in 80 minutes. Like, that's kind of mad.
Yeah, it is.
But, yeah, I think we'll keep the same sort of thing. We'll have full 11 rotation on Sunday. But after the internationals, I believe Neto's got called up. Madueke's got called up. I think Veiga's got called up. I presume Cucurella's got called up as well. So all of them have got called up, I believe. So if there's to be a change, it'll be after internationals because then you're not going from a Thursday game to a Sunday game like what we are about to do with the Forest game on Sunday. You're going from internationals where you'll have your last game on, say, Sunday, Monday, maybe Tuesday. But I think Europe's normally Monday, the last one, I think, Monday or Tuesday. So you've got nearly a whole week before your game. Having said, our game, I think Sunday, Liverpool game in about 2-3 weeks. So they'd have the majority of the week. So it's not like it's a quick turnaround like it is from last night to Sunday. So there is a chance to make that change after international break if Enzo Maresca likes what he sees and feels like a change needs to be made. I feel like Madueke really has to put in a great performance on Sunday to say
A very good one.
Yeah,
A very good one.
He needs to put a very good, if not great, performance in on Sunday to say, look, Neto's doing his thing, but I'm still here as well. I'm still a threat. I'm holding my place.
Yeah.
I'm making a claim to keep my place in this team. Because otherwise, I don't think it's going to be long till Neto comes in and takes over that Premier League right wing position.
I agree. Thank you. Thank you very much. The Neto's performance really spot on. I know that you guys also have your own opinion. Neto and Madueke, who would you prefer? Madueke hasn't put in the shift in about 3 games now. I haven't seen the best of Madueke after the Wolves game where he had a bang in a hat trick. Since then, he's been quiet. He would have got a goal, but either assist or even a goal. But he was being selfish. He was being selfish. But anyway. Like I said, we're gonna move on. Unless the other department we want to look into the different. We've talked about the attack. We're looking at individual players right now. We've talked about Neto. We've talked about Mika, right? Is it Mika or Micha? Misha. Yeah, we've talked about Misha. If you don't know much about Misha or you don't know who we are talking about, it's Modric.
He's the Ukrainian.
Yeah, they call him Misha. So yeah, Modric is the guy we are talking about, and also like I said, the former Chelsea and Arsenal star could achieve a landmark FIFA's ruling after a legal challenge. Lasara Diarra, we're gonna take you guys to nitty-gritty the details. We don't have the full aspect of it, but at least we have 80% of understanding of the situation, where we will talk to you guys about it. So stick with us as we get into that conversation here soon. We've talked about the attack, Stephen. Yesterday's game, we talked about the attack. The midfield, Dewsbury-Hall. Have we talked about Dewsbury-Hall? Have we? If not, okay.
Not unless you did in 2 minutes that I was out of the room. But
okay.
Just quickly, I know I said to you about the Napoli-Como game. Napoli went 1-0 up inside 1 minute. They've now played 30 minutes. It's still 1-0. But look,
who's up? Napoli up, right? Is it Napoli up?
Napoli 1-0 up. McTominay scored in the first minute.
Oh my goodness!
They've played 30 minutes, but it's still only 1-0. That's good for Como. You're playing one of the giants of Italian football, and it's only 1-0 after 30 minutes. When you went 1-0 down in the first minute, could have capitulated massively. People
don't get me. Some people get me wrong. Like, what is Nice saying over there? Look, I've watched football many times. You know, Scott McTominay might not be the Ronaldinho. If let's add Scott Dinino. Let's make it Scott Dinino. I'm sure if it's Scott Dinino, United will not sell him. But I understand why they're selling because of FFP purposes. Because if you look at what United have right now on their possession, McTominay is way better than many of them. He's a workhorse. Scott McTominay is a workhorse. He will not let you breathe as a midfielder. If you look at the number of goals,
he's also available the majority of the time as well.
Injury free.
You say availability. That's
he will get you
the best ability.
Yes, Scott McTominay will get you goals outside the 18. He doesn't wait to get in the 18 to try a shot.
He got 6 goals last season.
Many of these goals is outside the 18, and United saw such a player and kept Anthony and kept all those. When I say French players,
they're not the same all position, those players. I get your point.
Yeah.
He got 10 goals for Man United last season, 7 in 32 games in the Prem, 2 in 6 in the FA Cup, and 1 in 5 in the Champions League, for a combined 10 in 43.
And even Europe for the Scottish national team. He was banging in all the goals, and he's still a striker. He's an attacking midfielder. He's the
top scorer in the Euros qualifiers.
And Man United saw such a player.
Scotland, and he's a midfielder.
Let me tell you something. If you're a Man United fan, if you're a Manchester United fan, you're watching this show, I want to tell you, you guys have talented players in your team. Anthony's a good player. All those players that Ten Hag brought are good players, but the manager is not getting the best out of them. The manager tactics is not working. Don't tell me that Anthony's a bad player. Don't tell me that No. Stephen, the reason why I'm saying he's not, he's a good player. The manager doesn't know how to use his players in the Premier League. Gravenberg, who's coming from the IS Academy, also played under Eric Ten Hag. He's playing so good under Arne Slot at Liverpool. So you're telling me Gravenberg is a bad player too? No. Upon all those players that they brought in, they forgot Gravenberg. And Gravenberg moved it to Liverpool. And look how good Gravenberg is, because the manager has a style of play. People keep saying Eric Ten Hag don't have a style of play, and yet I haven't seen that style of play. I haven't seen it. Eric Ten Hag's style of play. Is he a defensive-minded coach? Is he an attacking-minded coach? Is he a possession-based minded coach? What is it? I don't see anything. The players look confused on the pitch. They look confused when they go 2-up down against FC Porto. That game shouldn't have been 3-3. It shouldn't be 3-3. Porto are not Porto that we used to know 5 years ago. That game, he has to wait for Harry Maguire to come from the bench and get that equalizer for Manchester United. That tells you what United is all about. And the situation, the problem right now, is not just Eric Ten Hag. Lots of these players have to move from the football club, like Chelsea did. If Manchester United are going to get their shoes back and get the same shoes that they were wearing under the then manager, Alex Ferguson, they only say, Alex Ferguson, they have to let go most of these players and start afresh again. United have a long way, 10 years more before they can win the Premier League, 10 more years. They're not anywhere close. They are not anywhere close to winning the trophy.
People mocked Chelsea for going for the approach that they've gone for, yeah?
Yeah.
But now everyone's praising Chelsea because it looks like starting to come out the other side of it. It was a difficult 2 years, but we knew we needed a rebuild. We went and done that rebuild. And now what's happening, Nee? Chelsea is starting to slowly but surely cook.
That's great.
If we're being honest, that's what's happening right now.
Right. Thank you very much, Michael Arthur, watching me live from GH, Accra, Ghana. Big up to you, brother. It's nice to have you on the show as usual all the time, Michael. I hope the family is doing well as well. You guys can share. Don't forget to like the stream and share the video from all the Chelsea fans across the globe, especially GH, Ghana, my motherland. Have them on this platform so they can know their brother live here, bringing them the most current news the review of yesterday's game, Stephen. All right, we're going to move on from Manchester United. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall's performance was really spot on. He needed that goal, his first goal for Chelsea, and he needed it. And he needed that game time, and he put in the shift. I've said that. I've said it many times. I've criticized him. I was like, what am I watching? But I have to understand that he's playing for Chelsea. The pressure for Chelsea playing for Chelsea is not anywhere compared to the pressure that you get playing for Leicester City. And it will take him time for him to gel and understand his new players, the likes of Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Neto on the right-hand side, the Cole Palmer, Manoni Madueke, and the goalkeeper. It will take him time to really understand it. But I saw some great movement from Dewsbury-Hall yesterday.
What will it take him time to understand? Just quick, I missed that. It didn't come through.
What was that?
It didn't come through clear for me. What did you say that he needs to understand?
No, I said, yeah, indeed. We need to understand that it was going to take him time to understand the players. We need to understand.
You said that he needed time to understand.
No, we need to understand that it will take him time to gel and understand the players that he's playing with, understand that he's playing with a different level. Leicester City and Chelsea, right? The pressure between those two clubs are never the same. So, yeah, I criticize him. And yes, indeed, I'm right to criticize him because some of the game that he played, he did not do well. And I was like, why did we bring this player to Chelsea? If we have Gallagher, we could have kept Gallagher. And and not worry about spending 32 million on Dewsbury-Hall. But yesterday, he really convinced me that he deserved to be at Chelsea, and he was really spot on. Stephen, any more praises on Dewsbury-Hall?
I think it happened against Barrow, and it happened again last night. It sometimes, at least from what we've seen at Chelsea, it might be because it's early, because he understands more of what Maresca wants to do than what the others do. I mean, they're going to be on the same level about now, but him and Cesare Casadei having played under Maresca at Leicester. Well, that's a bit of a tongue twister. We'll have a clearer picture of what Enzo Maresca wants to do. It's changed slightly from his time from Leicester to Chelsea and how he approaches it, but the fundamentals are the same. And they have a clearer understanding of the fundamentals than what the rest of the team do. But the rest of the team are starting to come along now. We've seen that in the games that we've played in the last 3 weeks or so, 4 weeks, that it's starting to come together now. And everyone's starting to understand their role a bit more. So, yeah, it would have helped if he was able to hit the ground running, but not every player can. And to be honest with you, not many do.
I agree.
It's very rare.
I agree. Perfectly. I agree with you perfectly. Like I said, there's not much more I can say. I can't disagree with Stevie on that. He's really spot on. And I also did the same thing. I'm also spot on Dewsbury-Hall. He'll take him time, but he's getting there. He's getting there. It will be a good player from the bench to help the team out. But anyway, we're gonna move on from Dewsbury-Hall, and I think the player we've talked about Neto. We've talked about Neto as a player. We've talked about him. Enzo Maresca. Also, is there anything you want to say about Enzo Maresca before we move on? I don't want to talk about Nkunku because we already know what Nkunku can provide for the team.
I mean, I spoke to him briefly saying like he only had like 17 touches. He wasn't really in the game, but he still got a goal. And actually, I said it before we went on stream. He didn't have many touches. He had about 17 touches in about 80 minutes, something like that. And he still ended up with a goal. And sometimes your players aren't going to be involved in the game because the way your position set up. The way that Gent set up last night was to compact the central areas, which made it harder for Nkunku to get service.
Yeah.
But look, the keeper has to do better for his goal. But the big thing is he's still got his goal. And that's what counts. Keeper error, yes. Keeper error for the fourth goal as well, yes. But we can't help that. All we can do is hope that our players score. And look, he weren't involved because they were compact in central areas. Veiga managed to get the assist for the Nkunku goal. Nkunku just absolutely pile-drived it. So that's probably partially why the keeper didn't save it, to be fair. And it worked. It went in. Not involved in the game. Picks up a goal. You need players like that sometimes. They don't have to always be in the game, but you can rely on them to come up clutch in the moments. And I think this is something that, just quickly, because now I've started, I need to make this point. It's something I said about Man United last season. Granted, United had a lot of luck last season in some of their games, yeah? They'll get like a dodgy penalty or something late in the game or some BS, yeah? But they also had people like Bruno Fernandes, who can pop up out of nowhere with a goal when the team and potentially Bruno himself have been playing like dog water, yeah? Nkunku, it wasn't that he had a bad game, we just couldn't get him the service. But he popped up with that goal. He got us that moment that I was talking about United had the players to do last season. Chelsea didn't really have that. We had Palmer and that was it. But if Nkunku can do that, then that's Nkunku, that's Palmer. And then I'm sure you'll have the others doing it as well, the couple others. And that's what United had. And that's why United got quite a few lucky results last season where they stole a win. It's because they had players who could step up. And they could take that moment. Whereas Chelsea had to rely on Palmer. If Nkunku can do it, Palmer can do it. We've got two straight away that can do it. Hopefully the others come along with them and they can step up as well.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, like Stephen G, for giving us that over here. But yeah, we move on from there. Wherever you're watching us from, we thank you very much for being part of today's show. Open arms. Things are shaping itself on the Premier League table. Chelsea found themselves in the top 4 right now, but it's still early stages here. Makeem, thank you very much for being here on the show with us today. Man like Sodis, thank you very much, Sodis, for being with us on the show here today. He says, hello, Nee. Makim said a big up to Nee and big up to the chat and everyone out there. Big up to you too, brother. I hope you and the family are keeping well. So is Sodis. You and the family are keeping well as well. We're going to move on from there. We're reviewing the big game, that took place yesterday between Genk and Chelsea. We're highlighting individual players. We've talked about we talk about Nkunku. We've talked about Modric on the left hand side that plays as a winger. We also talk about Neto. We talk about Christopher Nkunku and so of them. Dewsbury-Hall, we talk about Dewsbury-Hall as well. We're going to look at one more thing to look at before we end the show today. There's more to talk about before we end the show anyway. But we're going to look at the defense. We're going to look at the defense also. The defense, I'm going to highlight some negativity. Also, I'm going to look into Body Shield. Steven, Body Shield is the guy right now. Where do you stand on Body Shield? His performance, to me, it looks like it's not improving. It was much better last season. It's like on and off last season. But this season, it looks like he's struggling under... Looks like he's struggling a little bit. What do you think of Body Shield, Steven?
Yeah, he came in last season before.
I think
it
it
was
the season before.
He joined in January, if I remember rightly. And he was good. He was playing all right, and then he got injured. It happens, and I don't think he's been the same since. It's unfortunate because he could have been a very, very good option for us. Hopefully he can get a bit of momentum and start to perform well. But I've not been impressed recently. I really haven't. And I'm hoping that he will step up. But it remains to be seen at the moment whether that's going to happen. On another note, Como have just equalised against Conte's Napoli. And on top of that, there was a couple things from the academy which we can touch on, I don't know, whenever we do another stream that I can send to you. Actually, I've sent it to the group, so you've got it already.
I think I can get that one right as soon as possible. Is that
about the academy thing?
About the academy thing, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check into that. I don't want to read it right here. I have to read more and understand.
Basically
those two guys are all in.
We got the guy from Man City, and he's now officially joined as the academy technical director, whereas the guy who's next to him has been promoted internally to like an academy football operations director.
Which of them has been promoted? Is it the one on the left, or they're both working together and they're all new?
The one on the right who's joined us from Man City. That's that Glenn van der Kroon or whatever, yeah? The guy on the left was
the name sound like a Dutch. He's a Dutch, right?
Something like that, yeah. The guy on the left has been at Chelsea for 14 years in different academy roles.
Wow.
But yeah, Van der Kroon was previously at City as their head of coaching, academy coaching, and spent nearly a decade at Feyenoord. But I remember when we got him, everyone sort of knew who he was, like, was really high praise. But yeah, it's good to see that we're moving more towards the City when it comes, like, towards Man City when it comes to academy stuff, poaching their staff.
What does it mean? It means that Chelsea has a plan, right? They have a plan. They know what they're doing.
There's no plan, man. What are you on about? What is this?
Chelsea don't have a plan. They don't know what they're doing. They're just throwing money on players anyhow. People need to stop signing for Chelsea.
People sometimes it's so fun.
People need to stop signing for Chelsea. That is coming from stupid Jimmy Carragher. Jimmy Carragher, where are you?
It's not a young exciting project, man.
You have a bigger platform, Jimmy. Jimmy, be smart a little bit.
Use your brain, Jamie. Use your brain.
Yeah, even though you don't like the football club or you don't like what they're doing, just manage the way you twist things. Don't make it too obvious. Now you look like a dumb, stupid person that sits in the media, and we know what the
This
media
goes out to
does.
Gary Neville as well.
Gary Neville, also one of you. Yeah, you're part of it. And a lot of people that I listen to too many people in the media, talk sports, and they were just saying, what's his name? Is it Alex Crook? Alex Crook, one of them, the talk sports chief of transfer, Alex Crook. Oh my goodness, this guy never gave Chelsea any dog chance. Chelsea, all he said is Chelsea don't know what they're doing, and they're just throwing money on young players and giving them 10 years and 7 years. There is a reason, Alex Crook. There is a reason. Rory Jenkinson or Jennings or whatever your stupid name is. There is a reason. Rory Jennings, there is a reason. Jamie Carragher, there is a reason. And what is his name again for Manchester United? Jimmy Carragher, Gary Neville. Neville, there is a reason why these lots are doing that. It's not all the time that you're going to spend 80, 70 million, 120 million on a finished article. You had a chance to groom yours, and they're worth billions for you. Do you know the price of right now Cole Palmer's price tag? You can't afford him. You can't afford Cole Palmer if you want to price him out of Chelsea Football Club. He is on a 7-8 years contract. And look at his performance.
It's 9 now, isn't it? Or was it
9
10?
years contract?
It was 9 or 10. It was 9 or 10.
9-year contract. And Chelsea spent only 40 million on Cole Palmer. 40 million is averaging 100 million right now. Do you know how much? That's about 3 times the price of price.
Now, 100%.
I'm just giving a rough estimate.
Oh no, I'm just saying when you factor in the performances he put in last season, the way he started this season, and then the fact that he's on like a 9-year contract, you're talking probably closer to 200, 250. And that's not an exaggeration.
And guys, you know why I'm so happy when I see this team performing? Because I've supported and I saw it coming. Steven and I have that vision. We saw it. We know it's going to manifest itself. It was going to happen, but it would take time. We keep telling you guys that listen to us, that comes on and watches me and my friend over here discussing Chelsea issues all the time. We say, hang on to hope, trust the process. Hang on to hope, trust the process. It will happen, but it will take time. Because I knew it. Because I knew having a new manager, new style of play, it takes time to understand and gel. It will take time. So I saw it. I saw the bigger picture. That is why I'm kind of I'm proud of what I understood from these new owners. You get what I'm saying? I know they're Americans. Some people don't like Americans because Americans, they do things different. They're all over the place. I understand, but they're winners. I've worked under lots of American owners that not football, not sports, but industry and the way they do things. It's about now. Now. They're winners. They want to win now. Look at the action of Egbali and Todd Bowley. Look at the action.
The arguing or the other stuff?
No, I'm not looking at the argument. I'm looking at the success right now. They're all happy. We don't hear those negativities anymore. And where are all those? Where are the media? Media will not write anything good. They wish to destroy the team.
All that needs to be said is on this paper right now. That's all that needs to be said. Us two were there. We saw the vision.
Let me bring it in closer. It says we were there. Vision. Thank you very much. That's
we saw it there. We saw it. Yeah. We explained to people what they're trying to do, and the reason we could do that is because A, we look into these things. B, we were back in it. Yeah. And C, I want to laugh at the rivals. And now that Chelsea is slowly coming back, it's going to be sweet. When Chelsea get back to the top, it's going to be so sweet. Do you know what's going to make it even better? Man United is still on a decline right now. And if they go and get Gareth Southgate, enjoy the championship, lads. Enjoy the championship.
All right, thank you very much, guys. So we're gonna move on from there. The last thing we're gonna wrap the show up with is gonna be let me go for a short commercial break. I wouldn't say commercial, a short break, because I don't have sponsors right now. So we'll go for a short break, guys. Hang in there. Yes, we'll go for just a short break and we'll be right back. All right, guys, if you're joining us back or if you're there watching us, we are taking you through the last preface of the of today's show. And as it is, it's really trending right now. Europe highest court has ruled out some of FIFA's transfer rules that goes against EU laws of freedom of movement. But how will these actually impact the transfer market? Lassana Diarra, ex-Arsenal and Chelsea Real Madrid player, legally challenged FIFA rules following a dispute with Lokomotiv Moscow in 2013 over an allegation of him trying to find himself a football club. So that is where we are this moment. We're going to end the show with Lassana Diarra's situation. We're going to break it down. Let you guys know what the situation, the impact of it, and how it's like a little loophole. It's like a little loophole that Lassana Diarra and his and management have found. So we're going to take you guys through it here in a bit. So don't worry. We got you guys as usual. We do make our research very well, read things and understand what the impact for Lassana Diarra as he wins a landmark case against the FIFA, ruling his significant implications for European football transfer. So this is the situation. Stevie, you want to start it, or I should end it? Do you want to start the Lassana Diarra situation? All right. So okay. I think Steven's off his deck. So let me take you guys through this real quick. Lassana Diarra, after he signed with the Lokomotiv Moscow. As I read, he signed with Lokomotiv Moscow, but then he has an issue. He couldn't train. There was like a setback for him. He couldn't train. There was a misunderstanding with him and the club. So now he wanted to move away because he didn't train with the club. He couldn't train with the club. He couldn't play for the club. The club sued Lassana Diarra $8 million for not participating. So Lassana Diarra did not pay that money. In fact, he did not pay their money, and he wants to move for the football club. And that was about, I think, eight years ago or something. He wanted to move. He couldn't move because he has been sued to pay $8 million for not playing for Lokomotiv Moscow. And according to the EA law or the UEFA FIFA law, if you have that on you, it means that you cannot sign for any other football club. So in that matter, he couldn't sign for football club. He was just left in limbo all by himself. His career ruined down because of that FIFA rule. It means that it's not allowed for it's not allowed for freedom of movement. I mean, he cannot work because of that. So he challenged FIFA on that rule, and the rule are saying that it goes against the EU laws of freedom of movement. I mean, he cannot work, he cannot move. So with that, he won his case. According to the law, he won his case today, which means that any player that moves away from that wants to sign for another football club has the right to sign. Let's say Modric right now, things are not going well with him. According to the law now, he can challenge Chelsea. He can say, okay, Real Madrid are interested in me. He's going to call his agent. Right now, he can go to Chelsea and say, I want to cancel my contract. And he's had the right to do that. If Chelsea doesn't allow him, he can sue Chelsea. Modric can have the right to go call his agent, say, Real Madrid are interested in me, or Liverpool are interested in me. I'm going to move to Liverpool. I want to cancel my contract. He can do that right now. So which means that FIFA have to go back, revisit the rules against the transfer, and modify it before the transfer window opens on January. Else, people will do this. A lot of people will be leaving the football club right now. I'm sure some people will take advantage of it before the window opens because FIFA can rewrite their rules, but it will not take effect until the new transfer window. So players can cancel their contract now until January when that rules take effect. Steven, what's your thoughts on these trending news on Lazaro Diarra?
Yeah, like I've barely seen it, so I can't really comment. I've only seen like a couple-minute video that you sent. It all seems very complicated. Basically, his new club would have had to have been responsible for paying part of the compensation if he joined them or sank, and therefore he didn't get the move. So it's all very complex. I need to read more into it to get a better understanding, because I literally found out about this, I don't know, 5-10 minutes before we went live. Bear with me. I think it's raining. I need to shut my window. Yeah, so I don't have like a clear picture yet. I would need to go and like try and find some articles and stuff on it. But from the limited understanding I do have, it's a messed up situation that shouldn't have even happened in the first place. You're muted. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Now you can. Okay, sorry. I think I had my my microphone down over here, so sorry about that. Like I was saying, that just like I was after that, I was just reading more about it, and they said he was being sued for 10 million, and with that hanging on him, he couldn't move on to any football club. Because I also said something over here. There's something called compensation that every player, either player or football club, has to pay for wherever you're going. Mostly it's the football club that pays compensation. But because of this situation, Lazaro Diarra now, or a player, have the right to cancel his contract and pay its own compensation to a new club that he wants to sign for. So it's not a responsibility for that new club to pay for the player's compensation. You get what I'm saying? So now it makes it more easy for players to move around. So I don't know how FIFA will challenge that. I don't know. I mean,
in theory, it should make it easier. In theory,
yeah, it should make it easier. Yeah,
but it doesn't always make it easier in practice.
Agreed. So that's where we are. We just want to erupt, and also, reports are also saying that what's it? Paul Pogba, like I said, his 4 years band has been reduced to 18 months. So man got lucky. He can he can start training again with, just like Steven said, with Juventus, and he can start playing his career. He can relaunch his career again. Paul Pogba, to be honest with you, what a player this guy is. Going down like that, to me, it's not good. He wasted so much time with Manchester United, and he was still good as a player. But the player struggling, or would I say the player situation at Manchester United, like I said, a whole thing has to change before United can find himself. He can get back to where they used to be again. So we're going to wrap up with this. Steven, I think we've gone through it. We've talked about a whole lot right now. Let me get this one off. Let me bring this one back and see how that works. Okay, yeah, you're still in the camera, so that's good. So guys, your man here, Stephen G and Nee, will be hopping off today. We'll be down today. We'll be closing the curtains for the day. Let me hear some few words from Stephen before we call it a day.
I've got nothing really to say. It's been a good stream. I'm not sure if you're doing one tomorrow. I presume you'll put like a short out for a lineup or something in the next couple of days anyway. What else? I'll try and get you stuff from the game, as I always try to do on Sunday, because obviously it's a home game, so I'm going to be there. And yeah, it's been another good stream after a Chelsea win. Let's hope we keep that momentum going into the international break with another win on Sunday, and then hopefully build and batter Liverpool, because that'd be fun. Nothing against Ryan, but look, you support Liverpool, it's your own doing, mate. Like, I need my team to beat your team. You know how it is. Football's football. It's all fun.
Yeah, we play Liverpool here soon, right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the first game after international break.
Stevie, you want to see this?
Oh no!
You need to see this, Stevie G. Let me say that to you.
Oh no! What are you doing?
Oh, it's good. It's a good stuff. Nothing to worry about. You'll be happy with it when you see it. You'll be happy. So nothing to worry about. Oh, Chelsea in Africa. All right. Let me see if you can see it. And play that real quick if you can see that. Interesting. All right. You see that?
What?
You didn't see that?
No.
Were you able to see that?
I thought you were going to send it to me, so I was waiting to see. What
I did. No, I did send it to you. Oh, Tim, I did, but it went somewhere else.
Yeah, it
sorry.
hasn't been through.
Yeah, I did send it to you, but it went somewhere else. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, that's why I was looking. Like I was waiting for it to come through, and it hadn't.
You got it now.
Have I? Oh yeah, I have. I just didn't get a notification on my phone this time.
Oh no.
Oh, I've got it.
All right, so guys, I always say, Leo, this Brandon's Blueclouds Media YouTube channel will be open up today. Blueclouds Media channel on X. We're down for the day. Thank you guys all that watches the show, that show us so much love on all other platforms. Very, very, very funny. Oh, Chelsea everywhere. Everywhere you go is Chelsea. I know Chelsea fans are now happy. The club was, would I say, the disarray two seasons ago, and things did not go well last season either. And at this time of the season, we were somewhere around the 10th. Yeah, at this time of the season last season.
This is the highest position we've been in under this ownership after a weekend of football.
Yeah,
we haven't been top 4 under them,
right,
until now. Yeah, until now, anyway.
I was playing a copyright song. I just muted it. All right, so Santiago said that Chelsea have too much firepower for any
competition.
For any competition, according to Santiago. Big up to you, man, like Santiago himself. Big up to you, Santiago. I hope you're doing well, brother. Santiago, long time no see, Santiago. Guys, we are down for the day. We've been streaming for an hour, 18 minutes. We don't want to be waffling. You know, we always like to go straight to the point. Fact.
Hit them with the facts.
So, like I said, yeah, we don't wanna. Yeah, we don't want to just come over here and waffle and unnecessary things. We want to go through the fact, but we want to acknowledge each and every one of you that joined the show today. All right, so guys, thank you very much. We're done. Santiago said working a lot. Oh, Santiago, slow down. If you're working a lot too, I'll say work smart, don't work hard.
Work smart, not hard.
Too smart. I got too hard. It got to a point it was taking a toll on me, and I started working smart. When I started working smart, I got better. I make sure I don't go beyond the time. Yeah, I work smart. I was making more money rather than working hard. If you work too hard, the company will take advantage over you. Work smart when the time is up. As soon as you see 8 o'clock, you gotta leave. Take your bag and leave, because you don't get paid after that time. So do not feel pity. Do not feel pity for the company, because you will be replaced anytime you're not there. They'll replace you anytime you're not there. I'm telling you this. Every company, everyone is replaceable in a company. So if you work too much with the company, you're not looking at your health. What are you making all the money for? It's for you to take care, not to make so much money and use all the money to take care of your health. You have to enjoy the money.
Is what you're getting at.
What's that, Steven?
You're essentially getting at you're making more money for the company than you're making for yourself. If you keep
for yourself,
and you're making money for them, you're not really getting paid much compensation for doing overtime. Therefore, you're making money for them. You're not making money for yourself.
Absolutely. So yeah, do not think that I'm gonna work so much hard. I want to work so hard so I can get in the position. Definitely, as long as you've been there, you can get into a position. I'm just telling you from an experience point of view. I've worked in big institutions, big companies. I've worked in a plastic company that does the dashboard for Ford. And then Dodge Ram. I've worked in there. I've worked also meat factory. And I've been working in what other company did I work for? I think 3 of them. The one for paper, the one for a plastic company. We do all kind of plastic work for vehicles and so many things. So many things. So yeah, one guy who thought that he wants to make himself look good. Can you imagine? I'll tell you that he'd been doing the company for 7 years. He got sick one day very bad. He was out for 3 years. When he recovered, he wants to come back. The company said no. They already find someone in that position, but they want to give him a different position. And he said it's not going to take it because he sacrificed a lot. So think about it. Always think about yourself when you're working. Don't think about the company because they will replace you when you're not there. All right, Mohammed, big up to you, Mohammed. It's a long time Chelsea East cooking from Sierra Leone. All right, Sierra Leone. The big up to all Sierra Leone brothers and sisters out there. It is good. It's impressive. Chelsea have 2 strong squads, just like Santiago said. We have the 11 and the first team and the second team. The second team, let me tell you. Let's say the second team can be a team for a team that will be fighting for top 8. Our second team can be a team that can fight for top 8 in the Premier League. Steven, do you agree with me or not? Our French team, the French team can be a team that can fight for top 8 in the Premier League.
Top 6.
Top 6? You saying top 6? So there you go. See, Stevie even said top 6. Now, big up to everyone. Make sure you don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to leave you guys with this. Enjoy this before we bring the stream to an end. Guys, I'll leave you. Steven said, don't forget to like and subscribe. And guys, we'll be back again same time tomorrow on Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. I'm out. My name is Nee. And then Steven G. Steven over here. Thank you very much. I think I have one comment. Let me read it. Santiago says sometimes work can own people's life. Yeah. Especially, I'm not sure, Santiago, if you're in America, but if you're in America, I'll tell you it's not easy. I know America is built on hardworking people, made because of hardworking people. But if you live in this place, it's like when you have the time in your head. You don't even wait for your alarm to go off. You'll be up a few minutes before your alarm. It's programmed within you. And you have only 2 days to rest. You have vacation day, but it looks like it's not enough. And here, because you're being paid by hourly, you're being paid by second, minute, and hour. So we don't get paid like in the UK where you have to pay. Other countries, most of the countries pay monthly. So you have to wait for a month to get maybe $1,000. Here
in America,
no, America is weekly and every 2 weeks. Yeah, most of the time it's weekly every week, and you're being paid by hour. So even though you wait a weekly, you can go and work for 3 days, and you wait for 1 week, and you get paid for that 3 days, and that money is a good money. You get what I'm saying? Because in the 3 days that you work for maybe 12 hours or 8 hours. So if you're making $30 or $20 an hour, it means that how much do you make in 8 hours, or how much do you make in 12 hours? So that's a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? It's good money, but then the cost of living is also high, depending on which state you're in. Because the rent in Michigan is not the same kind of rent in New York. New York is like ridiculous. Like three times amount we pay here in Michigan. You get so every state and the cost of living is different. New York paid more for rent because people, even though you don't see people living in the full houses, those that live in full houses are making a lot of money. But lots of people that live in New York are living in something where they call condos or maybe suites. Suits is like, suites, yeah. It's like your little living room and a bathroom and kitchen, everything all one. It doesn't separate it. There's no separation. It's like
basically
one.
like a hotel room.
Yeah, it's like a hotel room. Your bathroom here and your bed is here and then your little kitchen is here. They're all one. You get what I'm saying? That's very common in New York. And lots of the rooms are not finished. Lots of the rooms are not finished. But you got to live there. And people are paying like $1,000 every month. Not even $1,000. I'll say maybe $2,000 a month.
Ridiculous.
It is. New York is crazy. You're talking about $2,000 a month, $2,000 a month for rent. That's crazy. $2,000 a month for rent. That is crazy.
For a small little area.
Yeah. So, that's what it is. But I'll say, America is very, very fortunate. You pay by hour. You don't pay by monthly. You pay if you're on the clock. As soon as you go, you clock in. Your money start rolling in. 8 hours, an hour, $15 an hour, $20 an hour, and the minimum pay here in Michigan is $16 an hour. If you make a job, if you have a job and you're paying less than 16 hours an hour, no one's going to work for you.
You say 16 hours an hour? Is that what you just said?
I said that, yeah, $16 an hour, and I said 16 hours an hour. Yeah, $16 an hour is the minimum wage here in Michigan.
So you could do if you do 8 hours, you're getting $128 a
day. Yeah. So 3 days, you're making almost about $400 in 3 days. Almost $400 in 3 days. So in a week, normally everyone comes home with about $600 a week. So $600 in a month. 600. That's a lot of money.
You only do 3 days, you're doing about $384 per week if you do 3 daat 8 hours a day.
That's right. So, and that's the minimum. That's the minimum. Where my wife works, her place. When you walk in the door, whatever job you're doing, the minimum pay there is $23 an hour. Her workplace. Yeah, $23 an hour. And they're hiring every day. They're hiring like crazy.
$7 an hour, like.
Yeah. They're hiring like every single day. They're hiring people.
So it's like a big company, basically.
Very huge. The name of the company is JBS. It's a meat production company. It has one in Australia, and pretty much almost every state in America they have one. And the processing company, man, that's huge. I've worked there before. It's a very, very nice place. But the pressure, Stevie, the pressure on you to work because they're paying you an hour. They're not gonna make you mess around. They make sure they're getting value out of you whilst you're working.
Of course,
and
because time is money. Quite literally, time is money.
Here in America, time is money. It's not everywhere, but America here, yeah. America, I mean, if you're being paid monthly, you can dilly-dally around your clock because you can choose to work whatever you want. But here, no supervisor is going to watch you play around because you're on the time, man. You're on the time. And maybe in an hour, you're supposed to make, let's say, if you're making mobile phones, and you're being paid $16 an hour, in an hour, you as an individual, there's an number of phones you got to make. It's been calculated. Yeah. If you cut the meat, there's a number of meats that you got to cut within an hour. If you don't meet it, then they'll tell you you're not up to your job, and they think that they have to replace you with somebody else.
Required.
Well, yeah, they'll tell you you're not getting to where you have to be, so they have to find someone else to come in and replace you. You're like, oh my God, so you're firing me. But good thing about America, if the company fires you, people love doing this. They love it. If you get fired, there's something you can call unemployment. You can go apply for unemployment, and your company that fired you will be paying you until you unemployment benefit. Yeah, the company that fires you will pay you until you find yourself a new job.
So people just do that.
Yeah, so that's what people do. They wait until they get fired, and then they apply for unemployment. They apply for unemployment, and then unemployment also, you have to put in some work. So maybe you went to this company, you applied, you're waiting for them to call you and talk to you. So you can tell,
interviews and stuff, show that you're actually doing something.
Yeah, you can be going around, although you know you're not fit for that job. You can go for that interview. And then in the week, you turn the paper into your state and say, okay, I've been to this company, I've applied, they did not employ me. So I've applied another one, so I have an interview next week. I'll be going. You can do that for so many times as much as you want until you find a job. But yet, once you're sitting home,
if people wanted to, they could literally do it every week for as long as they want. Because long as you're providing some sort of evidence that you're actually trying.
But yeah, what you have to remember also, it goes on your record. Every company that you're applying for, they look into that. How long do you stay on the job? Do you move from job to job?
No, but what I'm saying,
you get what I mean?
Is in theory, you could do that for months on end, years, whatever. So long as you can provide the evidence that you've gone for an interview, they can't touch you.
No, they can't. And your money will still roll in from the company that fired you.
Because what's the worst they do? You put down that you've gone for an interview there. What? They contact them and then they find out you did go for an interview?
Yeah.
No, when you got the proof. You asked them.
Yeah. Which is true. They do that all the time. I've done that before. I was just tired.
Otherwise, people just fake the documents.
Yeah, I was just tired. I got to a point. I was just tired. I needed a few months of rest and then start all over again. So then I left and then I applied for unemployment for a little bit, relax and enjoy my day whilst the money was still coming in. And then finally I went back to work. You know, you got to play the system. That's what we call the American dream. American dream is not just coming here and working so hard and hard. No, that's not it, bro. This is the American dream. American dream is coming here and working smart. Yeah. Coming here and working smart. That's the American dream. You come over here and then you put in a little shift and then you blow out. That is the American dream. American dream was not made for working so hard. You're not gonna get anywhere working so hard. I'm telling you the truth. It's the truth. You come to America, say, I'm working so hard and hard. Before you know, your waist will be breaking down. You're gonna have a back pain before you know, and you can't even work anymore. And you haven't even got anything. That's not the American dream, bro. The dream is there. It's a different way of American dream, I'll tell you. All right, I know you guys are enjoying it. You guys are enjoying some of these funny stuff. All right, so we're going to leave you. We're going to draw the curtains here. But yeah, before we go, I'll say you guys enjoy this clip real quick before you go. Something fun that I made. It's nice. Enjoy it. Steven, lay this Brandos.
Hang on to hope.
Bye for now. We'll see you guys same time tomorrow. Adios.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the ball. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner. stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the game. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shine.